like, I don't present myself serious. I would say I'm probably more serious than like 99% of the art. That's the original American dream. The plane was on the runway. I turned around like, we have an ambulance waiting for you. I was like, what the? Yeah, you have to play this stupid game. Well, I'm just saying, on the sake of it, so dumb it down so Danny could understand. Oh, I can't understand. I like the honesty. And the labels, that's their whole motto, is they can't start a fire. It's up to the artists to do everything really themselves. How much was it? It was, I can't say number, yeah. You said 50. Yeah. Do you find that people underestimate you? Can you sing us a song? Mm-mm. Mm-mm. What an honor, man. What an honor to be here. You mean that? I was hoping you maybe would dress up a little more. Maybe the pajamas set the block. This is pretty dressed up for Danny, man. Right? Yeah, I hate when he's naked playing basketball. This is definitely a step in the right direction. I tried to ask you to bring a suit, and clearly that was like a stupid thing to ask. The thing about the suits is tough because you can't just throw them in the washer. You gotta like dry clean them and stuff. Okay. So then it's like, it's really that hard for you? You have like a whole team of people. I don't know where the dry cleaners are. People cleaning. This guy won't dry clean my suits. So your new song flopped. Everything I do flops. No, here's how I look at it. Everything is just one failure after another. And I don't use the word success unless it's like monumental, change your life success. So what's next for you? So right now I am about to put out my album. I don't know when this airs. When is this going to air? Like 2 years, 3 years? No, the only reason this album came out, when's the album? November 29th. So in 2 Fridays from now, but I'm sure this episode will probably be out in so if you're watching the album drop 2 months ago, this episode ever even aired. We don't know if it will. We've done 4 now. I don't think it's gonna get shelved. We'll just expect to get shelved. But yeah, basically the album comes out the next day. You don't have to tell us when, because it's not gonna get posted. Yeah, okay, I got you. I'll stop talking. Should I just louder? September 29th, this album, Alone in a Crowd, my 3rd studio album, drops. And then the next day I fly to Bali, Indonesia, play a show there. Then I go straight to New Zealand, do a couple of shows there, a bunch of shows in Australia. Then I go straight to Europe, like across Europe and the UK. And then, so it's like a tour almost. It's like kind of like a tour. It's kind of like how many shows you tour, how many shows the world tours, right? Albert does research out of you, man. No, we talked, I do research. I had someone dig in a little, yeah. What? I'm not together. So you're a PI, you start the tour, and then how many shows do you do? We do like 3 or 4. No, honestly. It's already like a thing, right? What do you mean? We just show up and... No, how many... We show... Like when I did mine, it was only like 38. Like yours is what, like 100? I don't know. We don't know yet. It's gonna be, maybe for years to come. Last year I did 100 shows. This is 36 shows or something. But okay. Basically, we show up and we ask people, hey, and you play sick of no. But I know you're downplaying it, dude. But those shows for people who haven't, man, I feel like it's such a fusion. Like I feel like you're a multimedia artist in so many ways. Like this is the worst interview ever. We just have you here. Thank God he's got you. You see, dude, every episode, like, I try to transition to some kind of question or something, man. This guy's got the questions. But God, you gotta stand forward. Gotta admit, I'm smart enough to know to get this guy here. I had to suck this guy's dick to get him. No, only I'm hanging. All right. Here's how I think. Okay. Try to answer this question. You want to, get the safe one, Morrison? What your shows, like, I feel like they're just fusion of so many things. I heard, like, I was even researching that, you're getting these crazy cues in your ear. Yeah, like, move right, move left, move left. Like, those are called slates, so in my ear I have hundreds of things being read to me. Turn to the right, turn to the left, so, like, it's like 1, 2, 3, down. Turn to the left, and it's just, like, very, very many cues. Everything's planned out meticulously, just like when I do a music video. But basically, what I've done with my live shows, I've invested, I think it's a ballpark estimate would be about $5 million into just the visuals alone. Whoa. But like multiple semi-trucks, we have like, a team of 15 people, we have multiple buses, and the current version is a mixture of a movie, a TV show. What? I can't even say it. Bro, this podcast thing is not going to work out for you. Should I stop? Talking about my dream I've been working on for 5 years, invested by every penny into? You tell me it's too boring. You want to know what is? You just want to get naked. Right? I know what's going through his head. Tell me about the dream. Well, I know about the dream. When he's sitting there, he's all. Wait, he's like, is it too early to get naked? Hey, monkey assembles. I think I broke your mic. I gotta fix it. Oh, shit, he broke the mic. Hello? Dude, we don't have a budget like you. We don't have semi-trucks. Come on. Or I don't know about the tour. I was just talking. Yeah. Tell me. I feel like I'm in high school. Yeah. Write this down. Are you writing this down? Yeah. It's a mixture of a movie, a TV show, a play. You're doing it again, dude. You gotta cut some of this. No, it's great. This is the good stuff. This is gonna make your podcast really good, dude. All right, so you want to hear it, or should we just go? Oh, yeah. Movie, TV show. Yeah, play, concert, stand-up comedy, motivational speaking, WWE wrestling, and professional scooter sets. So it's like fusion of entertainment, but then the music side of it, we have everything from dance music, pop music, rock music, rap music, classical music, country music. You're picking up hairs off the fucking. Try not to laugh. I'm listening though. Yeah, it's just fusion, everything. For me, like, I'm really, as an artist, there's not a lot of new things you can do. Every chord progression has been played, every single lyric, rhyming pattern. It's like, there's only so much that can be done. So for me, the excitement happens in fusion and taking things that don't fit with. Another thing, for me, I'm all about juxtaposition. So you merge things that really shouldn't go together and find creative ways to blend them. So, like, that's where I get excited as an artist, where I'm like, oh, there's room for innovation and doing something fresh, because everything's already so played out. You'll never reinvent the wheel. So, like, for me, I'm like, oh, this is a cool way where I can take super serious music and have the most ridiculous, stupid imagery tied to it. But all of it's, my heart and soul is put into it. But it's like sheer ridiculousness. Like, the music, there's not a joke, but the whole image is purely just a joke, It's like you. Yeah, like the haircut. We both have gray hair, dude. What? Wow, wow, dude. Wow, you have like good hair, but too good. Like it's normal. He's got the same haircut. Yeah, it's like 10 years old. Thank you. And look at my hair. I can't say shit. I would say, like, is it fair to say, like, you're almost like a mix of Wes Anderson meets like Weird Al meets like Tarantino? Like, but who? Like, take me through it. Like, you're looking at all your inspirations. Like, what are the biggest ones that stick out in terms of who influenced your art? For the music side of it, I was really inspired by the Gorillaz because they were doing fusion in genres that didn't belong together. Yeah. So, like, they would have, like, Damon Albarn, the singer, singing on a song, and then Del the Funky Homo Sapien would rap on it. And that was two totally different worlds, and they found a way to merge them together. And I grew up as a kid in middle school, elementary school, listening to that, and I was like, oh, this could be one person. So, like, I was like the next generation that came after that. And so, like, I learned, oh, I could just be both these people. And I could also be producing the song, making music. So for me, it was just like, that's what happens. As something's made and different things get brought together, then the next gen's like, oh, I could probably figure out how to do both those things. But it's a mixture. Obviously, filmmaking, Wes Anderson's a big influence. But yeah, it's more like Weird Al is funny because, like, his music's parody. For me, I'm almost like a parody of what a real artist should be, but not like a parody artist. So I'm like a parody of a serious artist. Because, like, for me, even though I'm not, like, I don't present myself serious, I would say I'm probably more serious than, like, 99% of the artists, because I write every lyric, I write every melody, I produce the music, I bleed out for this shit. I don't have a personal life. I write every music video, I direct every music video, I produce it, not to go on this list of stuff, but it's like, I don't have a life. All I do is art, and I, like, don't give a shit. Like, I don't try to be like, oh, I'm so fucking cool, or I could be way more successful if I got a normal haircut, if I sold sex and tried to look good, but instead I'm like, that shit is so fucking played out. I'll let everybody else do that. I want to do something different because it's just boring. What was that moment? I was watching your early Vines. What was that moment where you're like, oh shit, I need to do something more than just music which gets people's attention? Well, I tried the music thing. It didn't work. It still didn't really work, I feel like it's no, come on. It has. You're a humble guy. No, but I'm like, if you're in America, the music competition is so hardcore. I feel like you never feel like you made it, though. Right, you probably I don't feel like I made it. I mean, there's a thing with success. We're always comparing ourselves to everyone else, and you're never going to be at the top, no matter what. Even if you're at the top, you're just stressed about keeping it out there, and it's short-lived. So it's like this whole mindset of America, it's like keeping up with the Joneses. Like, oh yeah, my neighbor's got this TV. I gotta get this TV. So much in America is centered around us comparing ourselves. I remember my mom would always say that shit, that quote. What'd she say? The keeping up with the Joneses shit. Right. She would talk about other people, though, that she knew that would, like, be trying to keep up with the Joneses and, like, kind of talk shit and how that stuff was stupid. So luckily, like, kind of grew up with that. That's the original American dream, almost, was like, okay, you get a white picket fence, and then you, like, are able to buy stuff. And then the idea was your neighbors would get this cool thing. You're like, oh, they got the new refrigerator. We got to get the new refrigerator. But now it's shifted. I think the American dream is now, like, oh man, how do I become an influencer, like a YouTuber like you? We talked yesterday, and then you were like, oh man, like, YouTubers is like the lamest thing, right? It's pretty lame. That's what you think. But why do you think that? Why do you think that? Because, and I'm not like specifying people in YouTube, but it's like, Well, you said a lot of names. Yes, George. I mean, you call me all right. People on YouTube are just so lame, dude. Not everyone. There's like a bunch of great creators, of course. But I guess it's like that with everything. You know, you have cops that suck at their job and are good at their job, and firefighters that suck at their job and are good. But it's like there's this. I feel like with YouTube, you just have like, and same with like TikTok. I think we need some examples. Yeah, like it's just the names. Yeah, look into the camera, dude. Yeah, there's a bunch. There's a lot of them. But yeah, I mean. I don't know. It's hard. I can't even watch it, dude. Yeah, like who? I don't even know. I mean, well, I think the thing with YouTube is turn YouTube on and start. It's kind of catered to kids in a lot of ways. Yeah, kids don't watch TV. Yeah, they're not listening to the radio. They're consuming on YouTube. They're consuming on TikTok. That seems about it. Most of my shit that I watch is like, I would say like on a flight, like maybe like YouTube Shorts or like Instagram Reels, and then TikTok I don't really go on much, but like Instagram Reels, there's so many good videos I watch. It's just like random people. They're not even like famous. Or maybe they're trying to get famous, but there's like crazy videos on there that it's like insane the shit people are doing nowadays. Like even like what? Like who? Dude, I seen this one guy jump off a fucking how are the 47 feet or something? Like just like a giant building, like into dirt. I'm like, I didn't even know it was possible. Like I thought his legs would snap in half. I've seen some of this. It says like, yeah, it's like 13 meters or 14 meters, whatever it is. I don't know. It's something crazy, but it's like, and then they're like, and then these people in like Russia, remember that? The guy, Alex, that like sits on the car and they're driving and then he like jumps. Oh, those dudes have you seen that guy? Dude, one of them almost died recently. They tried to jump from one rooftop to another. Yeah, and then the car slipped off the ramp. Oh, I seen that video. He like hits the wall. Dude, he sent me that and I was like, damn, that's sick. And then I was like, we should do that. And he's like laughing emoji, like thinks I'm kidding. I didn't know there was someone in the car. I thought they just like kind of like got it to the lawn. Right. And there was like a guy and I was like, what the fuck? Yeah, that shit's crazy. That's like, but there's a lot of people making good stuff, I think, like that, you know? But the problem with those videos is like YouTube would never, they won't push that. They're just going to delete your video. So it's like, so yeah, you have to like play this stupid game of, oh yeah, you can't go too hard. You can't go too, like do it every day. Yeah, for me, when I write a video, it's like the last video I put out. The music though, music videos are a little, they're more lenient though, because they are there. Have you ever got age restricted? Yeah, all the time. Yeah, it's really fucked up. Yeah. I got ones that had like 60 million views age restricted, and that would be at like 200, man. 100 bucks. 100 ways to go watch your most recent, like their most popular video. I had to opt in, and I had another one that recently went, but like. I have to think about when I'm writing stuff, I have to like constantly be changing it. And sometimes I even have to film like a second version. I'm like, in case something happens. Yeah. Cause yeah, like sometimes I'm just like, all right, when is the line drawn? But I have to think about it because I am also like conscious of, okay, there is kids watching this. And it's not necessarily just made for kids, it's made for everyone. I try to make art that can connect or whatever, you could call it content, videos, whatever. For me, I consider, no, actually, don't play it down. Well, I'm just saying, you know, on the sake of it, so dumb it down so Danny could understand. Oh, I can't understand. Like a video, you know, like with the cell phone. We just song or the video. The video in the song. But I was saying I have to constantly censor myself and think about like, okay, I had this one video where it's like, I got this pogo stick. I learned how to do pogo stick stunts. I was in Serbia filming for 3 months, and I'm doing Serbia, brother. Shout out Serbia. What's up? You don't like Serbia? No, this is a video. What's that guy's name? Jokic? I played Serbia, brother. I played Serbia one time, and then I like had this little. None of my costumes, clothing, gear made it. It got stuck, and so we had to like just rent. We just bought a bunch of like tracksuits and shit, and I was like, oh, I want to get some stuff to like throw into the crowd. I like brought this big like rubber, like horse, and then I was like, came out at the encore to do it to play the last song, and I like threw it in the crowd, and I'm like singing. And they threw the thing back at me. The mic hit against my thing and chipped my tooth. Oh, wow. It was really. You got it fixed? Yeah. It's either. But anyways, that was before I ended up living there for 3 months this year. I filmed these videos. Okay, I was just to answer what I was saying. I think it's crazy because I'm like, okay, I want to have the pogo stick like turn into a machine gun and like, but then I was like, that's so like enforcing school shooter stereotypes, and I was like, you have to be so careful what you do put out, you know? I know you don't care. Yeah, kids might. Did kids? Yeah. Then I bring their pogo stick machine gun. It's that serious though, dude. It was crazy. And when I was in Serbia, they had 2 mass shootings. And they had never had anything like that. And, like, it's an American thing, you know? It's super gnarly. We don't need to get into all of it, but it's like, I'm like, fuck, I gotta be so conscious of how I do this. I was like, if I put a tiny little torpedo that has a little explosion that's this big, I'm like, that seems probably fine. It doesn't fucking... You just learn that lesson, like, the hard way by doing something that you paid... Like, this sounds like ideas that you were having, and then you basically change. You have to constantly be like, you know, boys or Oliver, is there a story of something that you paid... and you produced, and then you didn't put it up because of... You put it up, but like, for example, the one you're talking about, one of my bigger videos, it's like... I had a thing where there's an army tank riding down the street and like they blew my head off and it was like rolling and there's like blood. And for me, I was like, this is so cartoony. Birds fly out of my neck. Like I was like, this is like surrealist art. It's not like, it'd be very hard to imagine this being serious. I have a big suit on and it's like so like comedic. All right, well, should we wrap this up? Yeah. I think we got what we needed. Oh yeah, what are you here to promote? What was it? Well, we're trying to promote the tour where you so 36 shows, only in the U.S., none in the U.S. World, it's a real world tour. So, as I understand, what does that mean? Real world tour. Yeah. It's like actually in other countries. I'm like, which one world tour? Like, which ones? Indonesia. No, I went worldwide. Remember I hit Canada. Yeah, but the other one, he didn't even hit Canada. That was a joke, though. It's behind this man. People are so mad. They're like, this isn't a fucking world tour. Like, talking shit in the comments. It's like, geez, it's a joke. Yeah, well, I'm going to go to, like, probably, like, for example, last tour I did in November in Europe, I did 6 countries a week. So I don't know how many countries, but there's pretty much mostly different countries. Obviously, Australia. There's only 50 countries, all right? Oh, wait, I was going to ask you, how many countries have you been to? I don't know. 3, maybe? 4? So you're not into traveling? You're like, or it scares you said. It scares me. You're scared. Yeah, I'm scared. No, I just hate flying. Why? It's fucking boring. Boring? You just take some, like, melatonin. Yeah, I'll try your method of the whole drug. The trick is traveling. You don't get jet lag. All you have to do is just go in. You have your phone. You have your times of where you're going to go. You just get on the clock immediately. You get on the plane. Doesn't matter what time it is. If you need to stay up, you stay up. If you need to go to bed at 3 p.m., just take a bunch of melatonin, whatever, and just pass out. You said some other stuff, too. What were the other? I don't know. Whatever you can get your hands on. Just like, but it helps so much because I'll typically fly in and then have to play the show that day. I have to fly in and then go into a tech scout and look at locations and figure out, like, for a music video shit. So I don't even have the luxury to be like, yeah, I'm going to adjust. It's like, forget adjusting. How does it, performing when you're sick? What is it like? Does it ruin it a bit? Dude, it's crazy. So my last tour that I was in Europe, I was spitting up blood. And then it's crazy because you're going to hospitals and no one speaks your language. I'm trying to use like a translator. My phone dies. And I'm like trying to figure it out and I can't reach anybody. And it's like, doesn't make it easy, but a lot of IVs, you're sick in the hotel bed and then you like hire someone to come in and put like a nurse to come in and give you IV. And it's like one of those things where you're just like constantly depleted. And if you cancel shows, people are like, you're the worst person. I mean, wherever you do, you're the worst person no matter what. But like if you cancel a show, people are so mad. It's like, we're never supporting you again. And it's like, I feel like I can't. No matter how sick I was, I did a whole tour in a wheelchair one time, dude. Really, I lost 1/3 of the blood in my body. I flew in the airplane and, or they're taking off on the runway and I start projectile vomiting blood. It's black when it comes out of you usually because it's like travels through your body and your organs and it was fully this brown and black. The plane turned around enough. The plane was on the runway. It turns around like, we have an ambulance waiting for you. And I was like, I gotta get the next duck. You can either get in the ambulance or cancel your flight or can get on the next flight. I was like, what the fuck kind of rule is this? My bra was literally floating all over he was on the side of the, and I also had like, I had destroyed my foot. I couldn't even walk. And it was just this nightmare thing. And I was like, I'll get the next flight. Then I get the flight. I fly in at like 2 a.m. and I'm just like, something was seriously wrong. And then I found out that, this episode is brought to you by Prize Picks. Enjoy fantasy sports? Visit Prize Picks, a unique daily fantasy app where you pick individual players based on set projections. Rather than choosing teams, you decide if a player will exceed or fall short of their projection. If you're knowledgeable about sports, give the Prize Picks app a try. It's accessible in 70% of the United States, including California, Florida, and Texas, and Arizona. I had lost 1/3 of the blood in my body. And I didn't know at first. I had to start doing tests later, but what happens when you lose that much blood is your lungs, the amount of blood you have is like, you can't take deep breaths. So I was like, am I getting asthma? Is this, my grandpa died from emphysema? I was like, is this the onset of emphysema? Like, I can't breathe. And I played the show with my friend at Red Rocks as like an opening slot. No, I was the special guest. And I was in the wheelchair, and I was like, I can't breathe. And my friend's like, maybe it's the altitude. You're all like up way beyond sea level. But I was like, this is weird. I can't breathe. I'm like playing in the freaking wheelchair. I still can't breathe. Something seems off. And then I'm just freaking out. And then like they did some testing. Like, yeah, you've lost 1/3 of the blood in your body. And I'm like at this place, and I'm in a freaking wheelchair. I set the microphone attached to the wheelchair so I could like do wheelies and spin around. But you can't. Like, I'm like, I would let so many people down. There's so much money. Like, you asked me, oh, do you like plan the tour out or you kind of just go there? Like, we plan this out a year in advance. And it's shifted. It's been over like probably 18 months for just this last tour. And we canceled it multiple times and I'm paying 50 grand for semi-trucks that we're not even going to use. And it's like this huge ordeal, you know? It's like crazy. So it's like the pressure that people put on. And I remember I canceled. I threw Firefest. I was going to have Smash Mouth open for me at Firefest. It was in San Diego. It was my Firefest. And that name's cursed, dude. I ended up like getting this. I had to get surgery on my throat. I had to cancel the festival. And people were so fucking pissed. Like, he was a liar. I was like, dude, Firefest is just cursed. And bro, straight up, after it got canceled, the dude, Billy, hit me up, dude. He wanted to throw it together. Wow. He's doing it again. He's doing it again. I heard that. Yeah, it was crazy, though. The real Firefest. They sent us a box for, like, tickets and stuff. Really? Yeah, if you want to come, I have a +1. I'd love to. Yeah. Dude, I'm not bummed. I was supposed to throw the real first Firefest. But, yeah, it didn't work, dude. But, yeah, sir. I think the Firefest. Is Smash Mouth show up or no? Dude, I had to cancel the whole thing. Oh, yeah, and that was what I was going to say. So, my throat was, I had some problems, and I was going to these different doctors, and this year, I couldn't talk for 5 weeks. I had to use like a robot voice. And then I got surgery on my throat. I couldn't talk for 5 weeks. Couldn't sing for 3 months. And it was just crazy. I just like locked myself in a room and I wrote a movie, a feature film, a screenplay. And then I just like produced a bunch of music and just like disappeared off the face of the earth. I tried to grow a beard, dude. I can't grow. It was rough. This is about as much as I had to go to. It was so bad, dude. It was really patchy. But when is tell us about the feature film. Like when I've written 4. That was the 4th one that I've written. So my idea with like art is I take it very serious. I want it to be sacred. So I don't like think, I'm going to write a movie. No, I write movies. It's like, you got to write a bunch. You got to master the craft. I didn't like release music till I had made hundreds of songs. So it's like, you don't just like write one movie and be like, dude, fucking write movies. What's the plot? What's the plot? Okay. You have $150 million. I want you to invest it into this movie. I got a bunch of plots, a bunch of crazy. Yeah, tell us one. You can't. Someone's just gonna steal it. 30 nights, 30 swipes. That's a good plot, dude. Did you hear that? Was that your movie? Did everyone? That shit went viral because of your ass. Yeah, someone's gonna. What happened? Shit. Well, I did that interview with Dan, the one you're talking about, $150 million bad boy. Oh my God! Of course. It's how'd you come up with that title? It's a fucking good title, man, dude. They're not watching too much YouTube's bad boy analytics. And are you a bad boy? Not really, man. Honestly, I'm a really good guy. You're a really good guy. Are you? I'm quite bad. I'm underrated, misunderstood. But anyway, he said that in the movie. Like, I've moved 30 swipes about basically almost 30 days. You know, you made a full video and then you monetize. No, never. We need to monetize. I want to learn how to monetize. I seem like you're doing just fine. I don't know how either, though, right? I'm learning. It's been a very slow road. I did sleep on the couch for a month this year, and that was by choice. It wasn't like I slept on my couch all the time. Yeah, in your $10 million mansion. What is it, 600 acres? I can sleep wherever, honestly. Yeah, in your helicopter. You got I don't find vessel. Can you drive around? No, I could sleep in the army tank. I could. You ever drive an army? I don't like when it's hot, though. What's the craziest vehicles you ever drove? Did you own that thing that's the puffed up wheels? Yeah, you should use that for me. Bro, I want to. Yeah, you could rap that, too. Who do you buy that from? My friend got it, but it's like, it's cool, but it's not like, it's just not, it's like people ride in the back and they're like fucking hitting their head and shit. Like, it's not like, it's not designed to like pick up chicks, dude. You're like riding it. It's like dude, one time we had a water right here. They can do whatever. One time we had like, dude, I don't know, 10 people and I fucking flipped the thing, dude. And this girl hit her head and she had this huge knot on her fucking, it was bad. But, like, even if it's just like, you were smiling while you said this. I mean, it wasn't funny, but she was fine. She was fine. No, dude, I hit my head, too. That's right. You ever wear, like, a helmet or anything? Dude, that thing's pretty sketch. Like, it's cool, but, like, yeah, if you're in the back, you're kind of fucked. Okay, I'll take a note. But you can ride shotgun with me. Okay, there we go. Let's see. Hold on to my pocket. Okay. But that thing's dope. Mad respect that you got a Sherp. You should come out to Inglewood, man. You should come to Inglewood. Is that your spot? Is that where you live, too? That's what's I live here, but when I interviewed Danny, I flew out there and just, it's a great place. I'm dying better than this shithole. We should set it up. Yeah, we should. I want to be in the pool. It's like, oh yeah, I showed him the video out. I want him to hit me while I'm in the pool. We should do one of those above ground pools, what they call it. Yeah. What's up with your scooter? You broke a Guinness World Record with the... That's correct. How tall was it? I did a lot of research last week. I saw the first thing. I haven't looked at your Instagram yet, but I'm joking. It's not even on there. I took it off. Where's it at? We could probably get it. You have to have a semi-truck come to deliver it. Basically, I have it. like in Long Beach, and I really was storing this. How tall is one of my storages? I have like 6. How tall is it? 14.7 inches, I believe. 14.78, 14. We have to Google this. I mean, 14 feet and 7 inches. What was the record before that? I think it was like 14 feet and 5 inches. Oh, nice. And then you paid $500,000 to get this thing made? It was worth every penny. Or no, you said 150, yeah. No, it was 500. It was actually 500,000, yeah. Fights, but dude, you don't break a record. No one's gonna hit their head on it, yeah. But the thing is, it's nuclear grade titanium, so this shit will last longer than we will if there's like literally a full-on nuclear explosion. Yeah, we just ride a scooter in the sunset. Well, like the cockroaches. I think this that survives cockroaches, and I hate and my scooter. So technically 3 things. I hate cockroaches and scooters. Why do you hate scooters? You're such a bad joking. The fuck? How many people can we fit on the scooter? Probably like 20, dude. Really? We should go to Home Depot, Alex. We should go down a hill. Just crash it. Yeah, let's go to Baxter Street. You seen that? It's like the steepest hill in California. Where is it? Echo Park. The steepest in California? You ever seen that September? You ever seen the Tesla video where the guy jumps that shit? That's Baxter. Well, I thought that was you for the longest time. No, I wish. I should have done that shit. Dude, they got so much air. Is that how it is for you? There's just like no laws apply to you. You just do whatever. And if someone else gets hurt, it's not your problem. I try not to get hurt or get anyone else hurt. Right. What would be worse? If I got hurt. I like the honesty. That would suck. I mean, it would suck either way. I really don't want to get anyone hurt. That would be horrible. Yeah. And I'm down to come. It's Inglewood, Florida. Because there's Inglewood in L.A., too. It's a little different than that. It's with an E. It's the same. Spelled different. If I come, what will we do? Anything we want. You have an ice cream shop. It's a frozen yogurt spot. No, ice cream. Wow, you do a lot of it. I was trying to get into ice cream, and they said it's not a good business model. They say that because it melts. It does melt. You need freezers. Who said it was a bad, big time, the big wigs, dude. Ooh, we're all the same management company now. The big wigs up at the manager and I'll be like, don't do ice cream. Who was it? I just keep when he says big wigs, I picture like this, like him walking into like a store and it says like big wigs and everyone in there is just wearing giant wigs. Like, no, I'm doing it, man. Something like that. You know, who said though? The people who, the big guys upstairs. Yeah, who was it? I think they worked for Walmart or something. I don't know, you did your Walmart deal with them? Who said it was a bad idea? I don't know names, dude. They look like. He looked like you had the same hair. Dude, it's great. You know what I think? We both kind of have helmets built into our. I know. I try not to hit my head. Oh, well, you have a little extra padding. Oh, that's the thing. If you hit hard, bro, your forehead is just easy access. Yeah. I need to do the bowl cut. Well, this is the bowl cut mullet. And what's this one called? I don't know. I just go, they call it the Justin Bieber. Oh, is that what they say? That's what I used to have it. They used to I don't say that. I actually just met this guy in like 2014 and he's been cutting my hair ever since. Really? Yeah, someone cuts that? Yeah, he trims it. He's like, what do you want? You show a picture of, no, I don't even show him anything. Just show him a picture of me. Here, do this. So what's the next haircut? You think there'll be a point where you're like 60 and this? I don't know. You know, they should trim it all off, I think. And then you'll be like, is this so much of your identities wrapped up into the hairstyle? And look at the logo. I know, it's everywhere. Yes, and you go into a house, there's huge portraits. What do you had? It was shrines, candlelit. The whole thing's a shrine. You have like a mannequin of yourself. What will be your next haircut? Oh, I can't say that. Say it right now. I can't say it. Well, I wanted to do our podcast needs to be different. Yeah, this should give this exclusive. Give it an exclusive. I want to do the bowl cut, so get rid of the mullet, the bullet, the back end, because this is 360 party all the time. Yeah. But I want to do the bowl cut again, but then cut the top part out. I can do the top, really just stop. Yeah. You think you could? I can do it. That's kind of your thing, right? You gotta think, it's not even straight right there. I could have done that. Oh, I don't own a comb. I can't use your comb. I have one. You can keep it. I didn't use it for this, but I used it for the top part and it didn't work. Just sell off your hair when you cut it. It's worth a lot. I collect all of it. Yeah, I do too. I have some, like of my own hair. In case anything happens, you can patch it back up. So what's the dynamic here? You guys did one interview and then he's like, I need some help. Like, I can't. No, I did one interview alone and I was like, John, I really need some help with this. Do you find that people like underestimate you because of the way you've gone about it and your style is being so different and unorthodox? Basically, I'm put into this crazy contract where 5 albums, which is, the first album took me 4 years to put that in perspective. The other ones I've been moving fast. So it was like a 20-year contract. Probably like 10. That's pretty 10 to 15. And but you think eventually it won't be like that where people are, well, I think they're already shifting it. And I waited on the publishing side. When you sell music, it breaks into 50-50. Half is the masters, half is the writing, which is the publishing. So I held publishing. I was like, I'm not going to be doing this because I want to have something that I own still. And then at a certain point after 3 years, you need someone to go and start doing like admin work where they're collecting. So now my admin deal that I did with my publishing side of things, and obviously I built it up crazy, but like I got the new wave of deals on the publishing side. So that's like, oh, we only take 10%, you get 90%, and then basically we'll give you like a crazy amount of money as an upfront advance. But like, it's a great loan compared to on the record side. They make $1, I make 14 cents of it. Instead of we make $1 and I make 90 cents on the writing, the others, this the exact opposite, where it's like approximately like 12 to 14%, depending on the splits on the song. That's how much I'll make on $1. So I got kind of like, you could just break it down to 10 points. It's like, it breaks it to 100 points, which is 1 penny is a point. So you're the most underpaid person I made Workfield. I made tens of millions of dollars, and this year they started taking better care of me, so I'm grateful. But, it still is what it is. And I did the math, and after the first, 5 years, it averaged out like 80,000 a year of like after taxes would be like how much I made, which is crazy. It's fucking not bad. Yeah, I mean, it's not bad, but when you make like $20 million and you make 80 grand out of that a year, I know how that feels. Do you? I mean, I do, yeah. Wait, can you break that? So 20 million, how did it, like, just they basically are just like, you never recouped. That's the whole model is like, you have to really like dig in and see what the idea is. They give you money up front. Mm-hmm. But if they give me 100 grand, I basically have to pay them back $1 million because it's 10 cents. Every time I make $1, I'm not making the dollar. I'm only making the 10 cents on it. So it's like the model's just set up for you to, whatever money they give you, it's just the worst loan you could really ever have. So that's starting to shift. Now that like, they're trying to, people can kind of do it without them. They become archaic. Mm-hmm. And I still need them because I make music videos and my videos cost millions of dollars. Yeah. And so I need the support of the label to be able to make this kind of stuff. Technically, there is a point where I could get investors or hopefully make enough money that I wouldn't need people to be, I could self-fund. But the idea is that like for someone like me who makes heavy music video content and like filmmaking, that shit is so expensive. Like I show you the video that came out yesterday and you're like, I can make this for 20, but like, I don't know if you have the awareness that there's like 30 people there and you have trucks and all this stuff. And so I was saying I could. Yeah, you could, but I was just saying, like, this sucks. I can make it. You asked me how much I thought it would cost. But you're like, I wasn't shitting on the come, but I was like, how much was it? Like, I can't say a number. Yeah. You said 50. Yeah. It was the cheapest video I ever made. What, 1 minute. Because I produced it myself, so, yeah. We don't need you. You're good. You don't need to come back. This is the guy with the questions, too. So this is where the interviews start. We're starting over. You stay back. No need to come back, buddy. You're all good. Well, okay, dude, I'm actually curious. How has TikTok changed the way you put on music? I feel like the way you write a hook, the way you think about the visuals, like, how has that impacted how you... For me, I don't let it particularly sway the way I'm going to creatively make something. I just make it, and if I love it, then it makes the album. But that being said, you are conscious of, okay... Where TikTok songs really move, it's like there's a pretty abrupt change happening in the song. So you're like, usually it's like the end of a verse into a chorus. People, I'm good. I'm walking. About to walk. Don't walk. No, please, man, don't leave. Please don't leave. But anyways, it hasn't shifted as much, but it's more the way it's packaged. The more it's like, the thing with TikTok is you can't make a song go on TikTok. If you try to push it too much, it's very forced and it's not going to really connect. But what I've found is that if it organically is starting to go, you have the control to be able to really fuel the fire and take something. If something is starting and tracking and trending, you have the potential to take something that could have just fizzled out to be like a monumental, like $10 million song. What's an example of that? An example is just like long starting to move. A lot of Life Goes On and Miss You Both, how they're both in this kind of ballpark of like, oh, it's starting to get some traction in the Philippines. Oh, Brazil's adapting it. We're seeing some trends. There's a couple hundred videos. Like once it starts getting into the thousands of like using the sound, you're like, oh, something's happening here. And if you jump on it, you could basically like put, you can't start the fire, but you can put gasoline. Yeah. And the labels, that's their whole model is they can't start a fire. It's up to the artists to do everything really themselves, even market it now. Yeah. They're kind of become more and more obsolete. So they're like I'm doing this album and they're like, so what are you going to do to promote it? I'm like, well, these are the things I want to share in your podcast. I'm going to go on Dan Duncan's podcast. It doesn't exist yet. She's going to wear pajamas and heel, darn, and that's about it. It's going to do that. I'm going to talk shit on you guys. Yeah. Oh, fuck those guys. No, it is what it is. I signed up for it, but it's hard when you get put into a situation where someone's like, they put the pressure on. They're like, well, if you don't do this deal, you'll probably never get a job. And, that's they might not even necessarily say that, but that's the whole thing. The pressure's so on. And I was like, 23 at the time, 24. I'm like, damn, clock's ticking. From the pop world, you're already an old man. Put me in one of your songs, though, for real. I'll think about it. Is there been songs that you put out that now you're like, man, that shit sucks? All of them. Oh, really? All of it sounds like dog shit. But honestly, that's hard. What's like the biggest one that you dislike? All of them. Here's the thing, bro. They're awful. I'm not here to sell you on my music. Yeah, I'm not. Old music's dog shit, but the new shit? What's the new shit? Alone in the Crowd, out September 29th. It's probably already out. I saw you did a song with KSI. You're a YouTuber. Yeah, he's my boy. That song's really good, huh? Stop, dude. Is it? I don't know. You tell me. I haven't listened to it yet. I just seen it. You played it last. That's why I kept clicking it. You would like, turn it off. I was like, I don't listen to my own music that's out. I want to listen to the new shit. Because it's so corny, bro. There's nothing more corny than being like, yeah, listen to me. You don't have to do that, but you can just like it. I love playing it. It's so epic. When the chorus drops out of a song and I just have 10,000 people singing lyrics, there's such a powerful thing. And I think it's a stretch though, right? No, I play for 30,000, sometimes 1,000 or festival. 4 or 5 people. Bro, I played last year at a crypto event. There was like 50 people there. I wish I was there. Dude, and TMZ, can you play? TMZ was there. There was footage where a person came on stage and I beat them up. Really, I put them in a headlock and they were trying to put their hat. They came on stage and were trying to put their hat on my head. And I choked them out, put them down, started punching him. It was like all on TMZ. And then people were commenting like, O.livertree just beat up his only fan. His one fan. Only fan. I love it. But yeah, anyways, it was one of those things where, yeah, sometimes I'll play more like kind of private thing than the money is like crazy or something like that. But like in general, yeah, like I played Red Rocks this year. It's like 8,000, something in my ballpark. Yeah, Red Rocks is legendary. Is there an event that you said no to? That was, we take everything. I mean, I say no. I told the agents this year, I'm like, yo, this is the new number. If it's not this number, don't even bring it. I take it as disrespect. And so I have my standards. And this summer I only played 5 shows, but those shows were like double what I got paid last year. So I can play, instead of doing 10 shows, I did 5. And it's a lot less work for me. I get to do a lot less traveling and I can go and spend, 3 weeks traveling across Europe just for fun. So it's like, I'm making, as I do those moves, I'm getting smarter about it. But sometimes, like, for example, it's a new market. When you go to a new place, I'm going to go to Bali, Indonesia. I never played there. I've been there. It's like the greatest place in the world. But you got to start over again. It's probably 1,000 cap room. Usually you start back like I went and did Mexico last year. What is so funny? That's scared. Dude, can you stop, man? I'm trying to listen. This might be the worst podcast. That's what we should have called it. The worst podcast. This is the worst podcast I've ever been on. There's no doubt about that. That's hilarious. But, you're cool. You're all right. Enough for me to hang. What are you here to promote again? Promoting the album. It's probably out now, right? I can safely say, like, if you're watching right now, it probably was out 2 months ago. September 29th. So you're dropping these once every 8 weeks. What's your favorite song on that album? Oh, man. So many bangers. What's your favorite? You gotta pick one. So it's like choosing your children. Yeah, and really parents think like, oh, I don't have a favorite, but they do. Whatever kid is the most successful, yep, and then treats you the best, which means they take care of you. I treat my mom really well. I know my mom likes me more than my sister. There you go. Obviously. Shout out Gwen. But that's the thing. It's like, I love them all. I'm really proud of this one that I made. It's not like, it's probably the least it'll be the least popular song. It's not out yet, or it's out now. Because it's been out for 2 months. Been out for 2 months. Yeah. But it's called Ugly Side, and that song, I love the way that my singing goes into rapping. Like this album, I started rapping again. I always like rap, but last album I did like my country album, so there was no room for rap on it. But it was big flop, so I was like, I gotta get out of this whole country scene. I was like 6 years, I was 2 years or something too early. Now country's like the biggest thing in the world, and I just missed the mark. Why don't you use a relaunch? You know how they do that sometimes with businesses? They'll do like a reopening. Yeah, I started making acoustic versions of it. I was like, I already made this. We should relaunch that last album. Yeah, the podcast run. Let's just promote that album right now. Cowboy Tears out now everywhere. That one too. He is flopping my career. Is it actually? Oh yeah. What is considered a flop? I mean, the label, just being like, what the fuck's going on? Everything I do is a flop, you know? Because you're on a label with like Cardi B and Ed Sheeran and whatever, some of the biggest artists. Ed Sheeran's pretty good, huh? It's pretty hard to compete. Of course I'm a flop. I'm like the bottom of the barrel. So when I turned 21, I had been drinking like crazy amounts of, is this funny? I used to drink this Chinese tea, pu'er. You ever heard of it? It's like super crazy caffeinated. It's like super amazing tea. But do you know about this? Yeah. And it gives you prostate stones. No, but it's like heavy amounts of caffeine, certain things. But at the time, I can't remember what it was, but taking a bunch of ibuprofen and different things. And basically, like, you can get prostate stones. But the thing with prostate stones is you can't get them removed. They just live there. And if you do surgery to remove them, you could, like, experience getting... So you have them right now. Yeah, you have them for the rest of your life. Let's see. You want to see them? Yeah, let me see them. You can't see them, dude. But anyways, I had to they were looking to see what was wrong with me, and they put a camera up my dick for that. And then the other time when I lost 1/3 of the blood in my body, then they put it up your asses and in there. And then they did the mouth at the same time, and you have to drink this shit. It'll porn, dude. The fucking just diarrhea for like 10 days. You know, maybe 10 hours. It's so gnarly. You know about this? No, I never had that. Yeah, I'm like, I've gone through, I'm like a vet, an old man. Huh. So you still have the stones? Or what's up with that? Your brother has them. Whole family. No way. I mean, it's passed down for generations. That's like part of the reason why it's like, well, for one, I'm sober. I don't want to do drugs, but like drinking is really hard on it. When I was turned 21, I couldn't even, couldn't drink on my birthday because it was so bad. I had to have like a little donut I sat on. It's a little blow-up donut thing. And I was like so broke, dude. I was like after my failed record, my first record contract was failed. And I was like driving rich people around. Like, rich people, like, their problems, bro. I'm like driving, like, you know what I hate? You know what sucks? So much I was like listening to them and they're like, when you get a caper from a hotel and it's so big that they don't give you the right knife to cut it with. I was like, what the fuck are you people talking about? And they're like driving like, we could buy that one. Should we buy that one? I was like, this is crazy, dude. Driving Richie around is the worst. You're like looking at the donut in your pocket. It wasn't a fucking donut. He goes like a book. I'm like this poor guy. I'd bring in this little donut, sit her down in the toast. What's your favorite flavor donut? Bro, I can't eat donuts anymore. Don't ask. No, actually, maple. This is so crazy that you're gonna have a podcast. I'm so happy for you. I feel bad for you, but you're gonna learn how to have conversations. The best part of this is before we went up, I was like, because I tried to get Danny to wear a suit so we could I have my big suit in the car. I brought all these out. You can tell us, why don't you want to know? We're gonna do it. It needs to be daylight. This is fucking night. Listen to me. I'm like, Danny, what happened to the suit? He's like, oh man, I don't want the water on the washing machine. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? I think I have a suit out. I go, he puts on this. And it's like, I'm like, wow, nice. He's like, don't worry, I make up for it in the interview. He's like, I did not say that. He said this like, you're joking. I'm in the interview. Oh, I was like, okay. I said, hey, like, just jump cut. I said, I make up in the interview. Hey, Oliver, what? I said it like that. Like, what is that noise? I don't know, but I just spit all over. No, fuck. This is the level we're working with. I've done so much interviews. I'm talking about, because I did the radio ones, they just spit you in and out. You do like 100 in a week. I've never had a worse question than the donut. Well, we're honored you're here. But I think it's good, though. I think it's cool, because like, I get to be here to help teach you. Yeah, I'm here to learn, I didn't really get to go to college. Where did the education stop for Danny Duncan? We're still learning. Well, it never stops, but where did you stop? Did you go to high school, elementary school? I went to, well, we're still learning, yeah. Of course, but I'm asking. What exactly? It doesn't stop. It never stops. I agree. Now he's PR trained, dodgy the clutching. We need to get you like a PR. Did you go to college? I went to college, yeah. Which one? So, I went to SF State. San Francisco, was that a state college? State college. I went to Plymouth A. You got the big questions. I like it. I went there for 2 years. Then I got this record deal, and they're like, oh yeah, like, don't worry about it. We're going to pay for you to live. Like, and then I made all this music, and I made album after album. Like, nah, this one ain't it. And then I made another one, like 2 years to make it. Like, nah, we don't think this is it either. And I was like, this is it. This is what it sounds like. And they're like, it's like a broken car. You can't fix it. And I was like, What about a mechanic? What is this analogy? It was like the worst analogy, but they didn't realize what they had. They understood, they invested a lot of money in their terms of what it was, and I have so much great gratitude that they actually like invested money from an early age when I was 18, took me to record in London, do all this crazy stuff, but it was like, they didn't have the means to really like keep up paying for an artist. Paying for an artist is expensive. As me, I'm a very expensive artist now because I get a lot of money, because I invest a lot of money into the art. So they were not used to spending that kind of money, and they were basically at a certain point, they're like, yeah. I'm like, this isn't really working for me. Like, I'm making album after album, and you guys are not really, like, you don't like any of the music. And then they're like, it's not really working for us too much. Like, we think it's good that maybe you go and work at a cafe. Now, have you talked to any of them since? I try to reach out, like, you'll come to the show or something. It's like a hard loss for them. Yeah. I was about to say, yeah, hey, golden goose that got away. Damn. The biggest. The biggest, and you're one of the biggest people in the music industry. Physically, I'm very tall. He gave me a pre-show yesterday. It was like European. It was like, I could see my whole, I was like, come on, man, you gotta tighten up. We don't do that. You gotta get that shit. Hit the gym, man. I threw my back out, but I lost, check this out. No Ozempic, no fucking bullshit. I lost 20 pounds in the last, like, I guess 5 weeks. He's like 6 weeks. From working out super hardcore. I was getting so fat, dude. I was eating 6 Michelin star restaurants a week. Just, I asked you, I told you this yesterday. You don't even know what a Michelin star was. I had to explain. I'm here to learn it. You don't know what a Michelin star restaurant is? You eat fucking Dakaya. I roll Shidagole every day. Do you know the story behind? Do you know the story behind Michelin? Told them. It's cool, huh? Yeah, it's a hire company trying to get people to go to the restaurant. Tell them, dude. Albert, I'll tell the story. Yeah, you tell the story. So, Michelin tires is, they're trying to sell more tires. What can we do? Creative ideas. Well, I think it's brothers, the Michelin brothers, right? I don't know, maybe. One of the brothers, the Michelin bros, he was like, yo, we should make a food rating system so that people will drive to food so that they wear their tires out more. So the Michelin stars is 1 star is if you're in town, you should go to it. And that means that it's an incredible top-tier restaurant. 2 stars if you're nearby, you take a detour, go eat there because it's that good that you should drive out of your way just to get there. And 3 stars is you need to book a trip to go to this restaurant. It's that good. And most of the time, you don't even order the food. There might be options of like the different tiers, but it's essentially like, this is what we make. It's like the omakase style for like sushi, but it's just like, I wonder how we could get on that for cream pies. Because that'd be, if we could even just get a 1 star, But I think it's one of the most genius marketing campaigns ever. It is. And it's like, the Michelin star is so elegant and so like, such a high echelon. And then like the tire, it's like, we don't think about it. And I say, yeah, it has to be at all. It's like a big guy who like is a big, have you ever seen the guy on the Michelin star plaques? Yeah, they have his face on some of them. Yeah, I think there's different ones. I don't know if the stars have that, but there's other ones that are Michelin approved that have them. Yeah, it might not be the star. Yeah, but I was out one and they were like bringing the star out. It's like a huge deal. Everyone's like freaking out. That's how many I was going to. I was like there for them being like aficionado. I went to one by myself recently, and I was like, before I like started getting really healthy, the last one I went to, I was like by myself, and it was like all these couples, and everyone's like, it's their biggest day of the year, and they're going to this restaurant. I'm just there, like, on a Tuesday night by myself, like, in the middle of nowhere, just, like, before a show. I got there before everyone else, because I flew in from Estonia, like, canceled my vacation to play this show at a stadium opening for the Imagine Dragons, and it was, like, the most random thing ever. But anyways, I'm at this thing, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go to, like, a nice restaurant. And I'm like there, I'm sitting, and I'm like, they're bringing you like soft shell crabs that are actually just full crabs that you just eat. Is like crazy decadent, the most like insane thing. And I'm like, by myself, I'm like, this is so weird. I feel like a food critic, Everyone's like having this big monumental moment, and then I'm just like lonely guy sitting. And that's why I made the album Alone in a Crowd out now everywhere. Do you sell physical copies? I thought you'd never ask. We've got like 7 versions of or does the label get all that? They get all that. Damn, so it's not even worth plugging. No, it's worth plugging, is it? If it does well, then I can come back next year on your shitty podcast again. Okay. So, yeah, let's plug that, because I want you on this podcast. You ever fly, I've flown it all, dude. I told you, Loki. I'm like the master of Southwest Airlines. Yeah, they're for that. That's the first airline. Always, they put me in the, sometimes I'm not, but Well, it's how it works, and people check out your subset, the album. What single? Like, if you like people are new to your music, they should check this out first. It's hard because this album, just pick a single. I know. It's your favorite one. Well, there are so many different genres. You like rap, you like pop music. I like rap. Which ones should I listen to? Good one for you. Play it on the fucking phone. No, I showed you one yesterday. You didn't like it. It was a whatever. That's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. Oh, no. Oh, I can't do this, Danny. He told me to say it sucked. Who? You? Really? It sucks. I didn't say that. I had him do like 20 takes. He had me do one where I said it sucked, and he's like, it sucks. It's hard to lie, dude. I liked it too. No, stop. You're even worse liar. No, dude. Everyone can see this shit. You had me fake crowd, too. You had me fake crowd. That was my idea. That was a good idea. But, yeah, the album has all these different genres, all these different styles. So there's dance music. If you like dance music, there's some bangers. There's a lot of different styles. So it's to each their own, but I would say this album has been like a crazy breakthrough for me as a songwriter because I played 80% of the instruments on it. And so like my piano playing, my guitar playing, my bass playing, my production just like leveled up really heavy duty. And then I think it shows quite a range after I got my surgery on my voice. So I couldn't talk for 5 weeks, couldn't sing for 3 months. I started making music again. I went to Brazil and like just lived there for 3 months. And I was just I rented this glass mansion in the jungle. And I would go to the beach every day and just like, I was supposed to be there for like 3 weeks and I just kept extending it and extending it. And nobody could find me because I'm like off the grid. Lawyer, agent, managers, people like, where is he? When's he coming back? It's like a landlord, yeah. It's like, dude, if you ever get the chance, Brazil is like the greatest place in the world. Brazil, top tier. Chef's kiss. Rio de Janeiro's number 2. Number 2 is shifts every year for me. I've fallen in love, but Japan is up there. We really want to go to Tokyo. You gotta go. India is up there. Bali, Indonesia. I found that it sucks now. I can't go there, but Russia was actually one of my favorite places. That's where I drove an army tank. Oh, really? They let you do anything there. It's pretty crazy. I need to go there. You know, I don't want to live anywhere. I think the thing is, you would never want to move anywhere because you got the best tax breaks in the world being from Florida. Florida's the best. You hit the jackpot. I genuinely love Chicago. Chicago. Chi-Town's amazing. I love Chicago, yeah. I don't really, Chicago's, you probably went time and went to the fucking Bean, dude. Dude. Right out of your been to Chicago. I didn't like it. I don't like Chicago. I didn't do shit there. I guess not. This shit was more. What did you do? I don't even remember. All right. We didn't go to Wrigley Field. Remember that? Wrigley Field, dude. Listen to this. That's Chicago, isn't it? That's a fucking baseball field. They're all the same, dude. Wrigley is special. No, they're all special. Something there. Yeah. What's the craziest visual or something that, you know, somebody's thinking about the tour or would look forward to, or somebody you can't go would like have FOMO about? Oh, I think for me, it's hard to say. It's a pretty interesting style of show, so there's just a lot happening. It's like sensory overload. But I think one thing that's really cool about it is that I've spent like millions of dollars on these music videos, and then I've pieced them together and I've made all these other pieces that tie it all together. So you see it for a movie. So it's like, that's why it's like a movie. But there's also like all these commercials for these fake brands that I also made. So it's like a statement on commercialism. Oh, but it's like Chappelle Show skits and stuff mixed in with this concert, and there's crazy wardrobe changes. I'm like switching through different wigs and different outfits, and it's like, basically the show is me watching TV. I'm watching myself. I'm on stage. There's like an audience watching me on stage while I watch myself on stage or in the movie, while myself in the movie watches myself again in the deeper movie. So like there's just like almost like kinda that Bo Burnham. Do you remember that when he remixed he react to his reaction No, I haven't seen it. But it's like it's in that world of meta. Yeah. So like there's things like that, but there's just like the overall thing, like there's just the visual side of it is like you're watching like just seeing $5 million in front of your face is a crazy thing. Just that dense, you know, it's like big scale. So it's beautiful. Then there's just, there's a lot of moving parts in my openers too. Like I've got Supercomputer, which is an artist that was just featured on my album. They were the second artist I signed to my record label, Alien Boy Records. So they're like the craziest features. Like they have like these giant computer helmets and like they basically are the future of electronic music. And then in between my sets, I also have Little Ricky. I'm bringing him. He's the first artist I signed. He's like this 9-foot tall alien. So it's like an intergalactic circus. There's like just straight up, I'll fight my band members, beat people up. Like it's pretty crazy. Then you come into LA. When's this? When we don't know. We might not. Really, I'm more of an international act at this point. Yeah, I saw this quote from you. Like everything is art. Like even you go on a podcast. It's like you like when on Logan's, you did the whole slime bit, which was what gag are you most proud of, or you feel like has gone under the radar? You think more people should pay attention to? Oh, well, I would say the slime one was the least under the radar, and I'll literally go to middle of nowhere, some place I'd never been, and the little kids that don't even barely speak English. They're like, slime! It's fucking crazy. It's fucking crazy. You know, or give context to the audience if they don't know. They're like, oh, I went on Logan Paul's podcast, Impulsive, and he has a drink called Prime, and so I was like, oh, like, you want some? And I was like, oh, yeah, no, I'm good. Could someone throw me my drink? And then they throw me my bottle of slime. And it's like, we actually made it for real. It's a legit drink company. You did, yeah. It literally is 3,500 calories per bottle. That's good. So but I had them drink it. Like, they were just like, I got them good, basically. They were just like, you know, they were shook up by, he had a good reaction. And it was this thing that just went mega viral, you know, like, between all the different videos from whatever, TikTok, YouTube Shorts, like, we're talking about like 100 million views, way beyond that, you know? So it's like, that becomes crazy because it's like, we're just doing this interview and doing a creative piece, but that moment becomes bigger than like a song I'll put out. But most of my music, you know what I mean? But like, it's crazy to see, like, I filmed a music video, the one that came out today, at some little kid's house, and they were like, where can we get slime? I'm like, oh yeah, we'll bring you some. I don't ever. Man, that album though, heard it. My ears are on fire from it, man. September 29th, it was, I've never heard something so beautiful. You really liked it, yeah. It changed my life, you know? It gave me a different perspective on, how so? On everything. Just, you know, I really understand things a lot better. More clear. And, I'm proud of you, man. I'm really proud of you. Thank you. And also, that's like, you're supposed to, you don't bring us shit, though. You know, both of us, we spend all night researching. You don't even bring a signed copy of it. I should have brought you a donut. What's your favorite flavor of donut? I like the M&M ones, but did you not bring us a signed copy of the album? CD? Nothing? So where's my merch? Don't I get, like, you know, swagged out? Where's all the fucking... Dude, you don't even bring us the fucking... You came here to promote your shitty album and don't even bring us a fucking... All right. And don't even bring us a signed copy. It was over. So, yeah, those are yours. Okay, dude, my brand new set. What kind of shit? What do you want? I want to get everything. I want the full setup. Dude, this shit is ass. Put them on. Say that. Put them on and say that. These things are pretty sick. Put them on and say that. What the fuck are gifts? Large XL? It's for both. They're backwards, bro. You put them on the wrong feet, dude. I'd love that you put this as XL. This is the XL Demi Duncan. Okay, to put things in perspective, I wear a size 6 in women. Imagine. Those are 6 in women's though. He doesn't make himself feel good. He's like, I didn't make him does. This guy did. This guy did. I like it, dude. This makes it good. This is an XL, huh? What's the album called? Alone in the Crowd. You never even ask. By who? Is there anything else? Other questions? That's everything. You've been great. You've been great, man. Oprah, Barbara Streisand, or Danny Duncan? Danny Duncan. You gotta fuck one, marry one, kill one. Go. Kill Danny Duncan. Come on, man. That's cap. Danny Duncan dead. Okay. From Big Oprah, Barbara Streisand. Smash Barbara. Mary. Come on. Hawaii. Happy, what about Hawaii? That's where she's at. I love Hawaii, dude. She's destroying that place right now. You're awesome. She's so far out of the loop. They were saying something about a submarine. I was like, what happened? What submarine? I don't know. This is something about it. Was like a month ago. Yeah, I missed it. The submarine that imploded. Can you sing us a song? Sing us a song. Life goes on me. How's that? Dude, sing a song, man. That's the fucking song. Sing like a couple lines of it. That's the whole fucking song. Literally, you heard that over and over. Say it over and over, like for like 10 seconds. So I have a clip. I'm not giving you shit, dog. Come on, dude. I paid for this shit. You didn't pay me the worst mean you ever been to. Fuck off, Danny fucking Duncan. Come on, man. This is the fucking trash. This sucks. This show sucks. You don't deserve a fucking podcast. Hey, no one should ever watch this, okay? No one should have given you a podcast. I should have had a podcast years ago. No one would have watched it then. They're not going to watch it now.